Welcome back to Mine Mogul. We do one more episode. Well, maybe we do more than one more episode, but let's see. We definitely have more things to cover in this game. If we look at the tech tree, there is still a few things that are not unlocked. There's a pipe roller, which is something we definitely want, and then there's a threading lathe, whatever the hell that is. But that's to spin some, yeah, so threaded copper, whatever. That's the, and then sort of all of this just rolling around. So what we're going to be doing today is we are going to tap some new locations. We need to find a coal ore cluster, so we need to find a place where we actually have that. And then if we look at the quest, we can see polished copper pipes is something we need. And we also need iron rods, gold rods, and steel rods. They are coming in because I've sort of redirected things over here. There was one thing, there was a mistake in the previous episode, and that was the fact that I took the chunks here and put them straight in, but I should of course make the chunks, crush them so that become one chunk becomes two, and I don't know, nuggets or whatever, and then get those in here. So we get way more. So now we get way more steel, and we split the steel out into some of it going to plates and some of it going over here to become rods, so we complete the master of rods. What I've done also a little bit in advance is because we need the copper pipes. So I have built a copper location out here. And then I would like to actually we need to buy the copper. Let's see, where is it? We need to buy that copper, the pipe roller. Where's the pipe roller? There, 14,000. And do we also need anything else? It is, the pipe roller is turn 2 plates into a plate. So we also need a rolling mill, this one. Yes, so we also need that. Anything else? Yes, we need some corners. There, let's hit some corners, and we definitely also need some straight pipes, and maybe we also get some sloped. There we go. Good. So let's get all that stuff over here. There we go. And then we can run out here into our copper location and get the first build. That will be right. So the first thing we want to do is take all of this. Let's have a look at it. It is coming in pretty fast, actually. So yeah. So I think we need to do the pipe roller, and then I would say we'll kill this. Get that over here. Just junk it over there. Oh, here's another little issue. That one, we do not want the gems that are being sorted out here. Basically, these are combined coal and copper, and then the coal is just being recirculated to become, here in this shaker build, to become gems, and then the gems go around. So I need to make sure that it continues to go around. Right, and these 3 here, throw them away. There. Then let's build, it is the rolling mill, pipe roller, the rolling mill is here. Wow, why not? Okay, well, let's make it there then. I am liking this better, because then they, instead of going out here, this looks a little bit too silly. So we'll do this one and that one, and see if it works. It should be outputting correctly here. Yep, that is another thing. So let's let's do this instead, and let's just choose another one. There we go, that one. That should work. Cool. And then we get this is out as pipes. Let's throw you over here so we can deal with that in a little bit. Ugh. That's actually a little bit problematic, all of this, because there's also the gems. Never mind. We get the pipes, and then from the pipes I need to put it into the new machine, this pipe roller. I need to put it up here. It's coming in from the side, actually. Okay. Okay, well that's perfect. I mean, totally planned. There we go. And from here, oh no. Oh, that's so close. That is so close. Maybe, can this one be put on the other side? Here? Can it be Q? No. Then it has to go all the way up here. Q to go the other way. Sorry. We'll get it up there. It's fine. And we'll find a way. Nope. There. And there. And then go up. And then go straight, and then inbound. Good. Then I would need out here. This is then where it goes out. But I would then need over on the other side as well. I would need to get the gems in on the other side here, and that needs to merge onto this. Oof, that's a big thing to merge into, but let's try to do that here, like that, and there. So that merges in. And ooh, this one, I think this is in the way actually, but let's see. Yeah, here. Nope, we can go over. And then I just need to get you. Yeah, and that one. Ta-da! That works. And then I'm just gonna be... yeah, the gems go... Make sure the gems don't go there. Yeah, this is not working. We'll just bypass it. We'll just bypass all this. It's fine. Great. Okay, and then all I need to do now is bring it back. Bring all these pipes back. And then put them in. They need to be polished as well. Oops, that was a gem that went by. Okay, so we get copper pipes now. Just bring it in and a little bit of random crap. All these ingots, they were just the ones that we found or had already built. And they just, oh no, this straightener was supposed to be the savior. It is not a savior, quite the contrary. Oh man, these things get stuck so easily. I don't think I want any of this here. Let's just not get so many things into one here. Because I don't need this many steel rods anyway. So maybe we just take this one out and say, okay, let's get this out here. Deposit copper pipes, we're already doing that. And we're getting polished copper pipes, that's already being done. So now it's all about finding some cluster, a coal cluster. So we can get that. So I think the coal cluster, because we have 2 locations we haven't explored yet. We go up here. And it's a little bit complicated to find these locations. I wonder if there's anything down here. Oh, that just connects to something else. Okay, so we have to go up to this location where we built the first copper cluster build there. And then I think there are 2 different locations. There's one over here. This one. This is also cheaper, so let's buy this. Purchase. It does look like it's gold in there, so we'll see. Alright, let's go in here and see what we got. Gold, gold, gold. And that looks like, yes, a coal cluster build. Yes. What? Oh, it's coming out on this side. Cool. And we just put it on the belt like this. That big one. Cool. This over here is just a dead end. I think we also have one more location that we haven't done. I'm gonna clean out this location and then just bring in some copper or some coal afterwards. But there was one more location that we also had left unexplored. I think this one is undeveloped, so it's not something we do anything. I think there's one more. Yes, this is I think this is the final location we have. So let's purchase this and see what is behind this location. I think this leads us back into the location above the initial copper build. So what do we have in here? So let's start by having like one of these miners. So there's a miner here with iron and coal, and then there's 2 big miners here. They look like it's iron coal combined. This place is above the copper location. And what do we have over here? Yeah. So we have 3 iron locations. So this is a great place to make iron. And then we'll just build it and drop it down here. That's definitely an option if we need more iron. Good. All right. So we now know what this is. Let me clear out some things. Get the coal ore clusters back into the deposit so we can see what the next is. So we're now running it back into our base, and we can I must have dropped something because things are contaminated, and I have a massive blob of random crap here. I just need to find that one. Plop it down. That should give us the 6 clusters we need, and then a lot of random crap. Nothing is like so valuable that it matters. Okay, so something here was just put in. Yeah, I think it's just we got a coal location like this, like one of these that just accidentally went into this. There. Good. And okay, now it should stop beeping. Cool, so we got a new quest. Let's have a look. that was this one. So special treasure. Special treasure is gold gears, okay, and polished quartz geode. So quartz geode is interesting because there are very different polished quartz geode, and this is specific quartz geode, amethyst geode, and celestite geode. Yeah, so I've been saving all of my geodes because I wanted to be able to complete this one as fast as possible. So that's something. The pipe world is polished copper pipe is working. Polished iron pipe is not working because we don't have an iron pipe location. So maybe one of those new locations could be an iron pipe location. It'll also probably be the threaded later on. But let's see. So what we are looking for is the copper pipe, which is in progress. The polished emerald that's done. Polished copper pipe that's work in progress. So iron pipe is what we're looking for. We don't have any more iron anywhere near, so we need to take the one that's really far away. And then quartz geode and gold gears. So we need gold as well. Let's tap those locations that we just unlocked and see if we can get something out of that. We are now getting the first of the gold gears back in. Takes a while, but we are getting it. Let's see what the next one is going to be. We also have the polished quartz nodes. I took all the quartz nodes that I found somewhere, and they are now sort of in a pile here because I'm gonna need some more quartz later on. See, now we need the quartz, so now I can take this thing here, and it needs to be polished, so I do need to put it in here with a polisher. There we go, so that it gets in and gets polished. Yeah, these are pretty rare, so they I wanted to save them until we could actually get them polished. Okay, so we got some of them. The polished quartz geode are the easiest, the most common ones, and we have the amethyst. We got 3 out of 4. Don't know where the last one is. And then the polished celestite. We just have to wait and see if we can get it in here. Maybe with some of the new stuff we're making, it'll be more easily. So let's take a peek back here at the gold mine here. We have these 2 gold mines. They are pure gold. They come out here, and we also get filter out the amethyst. Ooh, that looks bluish, so that might actually be exactly what we want. Let's pick these 2 up and pour them out on a belt. Oops, they disappeared. Yep, there. They will just go on a belt that is done. So here I get 1 with the with gears and 2 with plates, and the plates go in here, or the ingots go in here, becomes plates, plates become pipes, and then we have here, we are now also making the gold pipes. So that's the next thing. And we are then sending it back here, merging back, and getting it, just dropping it down here in through the chute, and then sending it in. It should be working. I would like to see these 2 to see if they complete the quest, and in the meantime I can go over to the final location that we have, and that is the iron location, because we're still missing some polished iron pipes. That shouldn't be too much of a problem to get, but I do want to make it somewhere where it's valuable. And where is it? It was over here, and then I'll have to come down to the copper part. Let's see, is it, that's the big one, and you are a coal and coal. Oh, okay, so we also had coal in here. Didn't see that. This is also more coal. More coal. Damn. Where's my iron? There's some beautiful iron. Yes, and more beautiful iron and more beautiful iron. That is a lot of beautiful iron, so we can certainly make a lot of polished pipes. So let's make this. And oh, I should really go over here and just turn these off, because it's just going to be insane amounts of stuff coming in here. So we'll turn this off while I'm building, because I always spent way too much time on cleaning up after the build. So plenty of space here to make a nice build. So I've tried to pack this in a little bit tightly here for this iron, and let's see if it works as we start it up. I have to go through each of these and turn on. Here we go. And turn on. And the final one here. Yeah, turn on. Good. So what happens is we are going to get these chunks. They are going to come in here. They are going to consolidate in on the belt. They are going to go into our cluster breaker. Then I'm going to filter out here. So we get the copper bits this way, both the crushed and the chunks. And they go in here, get crushed. And so looks like we're getting, I don't know how much we're getting from each cluster. But we get 5 in here, and that goes in. And then we're using these. They're only using the single ones, but maybe we could actually use the double ones. There is a double cast template here, a mold, but which we unlocked, but I haven't set it up. This should be fine. I don't think it'll actually be keeping up anyway. Yeah, see, it's iron, and it's missing steel, missing copper, or missing coal for. So there we go. Because this we're only making iron here, so we go iron and we go plate it, and it should be coming in nicely. Plate it. Easily keep up. And that gets us the first. Yay! First pipe. Cool. So the pipe go back, and over here on this side, the only thing that can come in is the geodes, the crushed geodes. So if we get a geode, there's like a 1% chance, 0.7, and here is 0.7, and this one's 1.3. Oh, decent. Okay, so that will. What is this? No. Okay, just a little. Do that, and then it'll go back here. You get the pipes, they will drop down here. There we go. And I almost made it all the way in. And let's see, I wonder if I can. Yeah, I can do this one, which I think is better. Yeah, and then here, and here, and we get the. Oh, we did not actually see if it works. Let's hope that it works. I just placed it, and well, that's less than ideal. So we just move it a little bit, and then it should be fine. Okay, so we move the whole thing here, 1 over. There we go. Now they're coming in properly, this iron bits, and we should see another one. Come on, give us another one. I want to see it fall down, and bloop, it hits, and it's perfect. These will now go back on this belt, which is getting harder and harder to navigate. It'll go into this one, which will just filter the copper ingots to go that way, because those will be made into pipes, copper pipes, or whatever. I don't know what they're made into something. And then the rest will just go through this one, and I do think that they might actually just end up here, which isn't really the greatest place, but we can just do this. There we go. Let's see if it ends up in that location, and because it should be. These pipes are pretty big, so they will have all sorts of problems. So here, it could also just filter out here, but that would mean that I had to put a pipe into this box, and I just don't have space for pipes in the box. So this one goes in, and it just gets polished, and then we'll get the first pipe going. Oh, we still have not gotten the geodes. It's a little bit weird. You can see we have 18 of the polished quartz geode, but only 3 of the polished amethyst geodes, so that's a little bit sad. And there's no way for me to speed it up. I can go out there hunting for geodes. So there's one thing that I'm a little bit curious of, which I can look at while I'm getting the polished iron pipes, which is like the last thing we can get here, aside from that one, is, and that's actually out here by the, no, it's actually in here, I think. If we look up, like this is where we're building stuff, but there's actually something up there as well, and I'm a little bit curious what that is. Alright, so we have a gravity-defying staircase here, going up, and we have made a little branch out here, so we can go faster up to this location, or we can, as we are going to do, continue up, and lo and behold, there is actually a new place up here. Purchase. It's not very expensive, but it's interesting because it... Bloop, maybe that lands somewhere useful, maybe it doesn't. Boom! Alright, let's explore. Oh, it just drops down onto something else, so that was not particularly interesting. But you maybe... Oops, something broke. That was interesting. And we have a quest available now. Let's go over here to quests, and that is the ultimate pipe thingy. Deposit polished steel pipes. Ah, right, okay. And if you look at it again, and then it's the master of pipes afterwards. That's... more the one we want. I think we're getting all of it, but steel pipes though. That's a different matter. Well, we got some stuff here, and I guess the issue is yeah, okay. So this could be turned into steel instead of iron. If I was just putting in some coal, we can just put in coal here, and we have the coal out here. This is a coal location, I think. Can I see what it is? No, it's a big one. But this looks like a pure coal. So I could just put coal in and then it would turn into steel. But then the problem is that then it's a steel and then there's no longer iron. And I also need the iron. So I don't know. I think we'll just do that. Set this one up, make it into steel, turn it into steel here, and get steel pipes now. So just adding a little bit of steel or a little bit of coal processing here, and then we get enough to start getting some steel pipes out here. That's pretty good. So we just need to let the steel pipes run until we get the 160, and then we have pretty much everything we want to get before we can go into the threading lathe as the final step of the process. So while I'm running around and waiting for these to complete, I was just, I was running around, and then it actually sort of occurred to me that we haven't gone down here. And there's a small thing that's for sale, and there's also something more. So let's buy this. And let's see where this leads as well. Does it lead into somewhere new? Oh, it does actually lead in. Oh, that's just probably the one that I'm already knocking down from this side. Let's try to knock this one down and see if it connects. So let's see what we have in here. We have, and I want to keep one of these in my inventory so I can see if, oh, there's a big one and a small one. So this is a copper and that's a big copper. So there's a new copper location, 2 big copper locations here. And then there's the exit on the other side as well. Boom. And here. Yes, so there's a coal and a coal. Got this? Nope, this is a small one. And this is a big coal. So we do have more coal location here. Oh, we knew that already. And a small one here. So basically what I've been just trying to get a sense of how much we don't have yet. And it is like a little bit of coal, and it's 1 iron, 1 good iron, 1 big iron, 2 big copper, no gold that we don't have yet. So it's really like, as much as I'd love to build a mega base in a game like this, there's just no more resources left on the map. So it can't really be built bigger than this. So the whole idea of restructuring it to be more efficient doesn't really matter, because even though we have tons of space in here and we can build multiple levels and structured factories and all that stuff, it's just no reason for it, because we got everything we already want here. And now we can do the master of pipes, and then we should start seeing all these go in here. That will lead to turning back to iron pipes and steel pipes and copper pipes and gold pipes. Okay, we also get gold pipes as well. So now the next one we want to do is go for the threading lathe, as that's the only one missing. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, enjoying this game. And I'll be back in hopefully another episode if there is a demand for it. Until then, take care and stay effective, everyone.